So here comes the official correction. Good evening, everybody. My name is Gabriel de la Cerda, but you get bonus points if you can say Gabriel de la Cerda. Everybody together? Right? No, I'm joking. So let me give you a brief history of who I am. In the early 2000s, I was a poker room supervisor slash poker dealer at Prairie Meadows Poker Room. Helped open up the Prairie Meadows Poker Room. So at that time, I was an AFSCME member. Fast forward to 2010, right around the tail end of the recession, I was struggling very significantly because of the recession. So I moved from the Quad Cities to Des Moines, where I became a steel worker at Bridgestone Firestone. My mom worked there, she retired recently, and my aunt currently works there. Fast forward a little bit to 2012, I became the political coordinator for the United Steelworkers here in the state of Iowa. So I was their political activist in the area, getting people to go ahead and vote for the union issues. 2013, I got a wild idea and I decided to run for Congress here in the 3rd Congressional District. As you can see, it didn't go too well. 2015, I worked for a year at Planned Parenthood of the Heartland in the call center. I was a bilingual call center rep where I used my empathy and my bilingual skills to help women in all of their healthcare needs and concerns, which Planned Parenthood provides. Currently, I am on the State Central Committee for the Iowa Democratic Party. I am one of the 8 representatives on the State Central Committee. When I entered the State Central Committee, I had 3 reasons why I wanted to be on the State Central Committee. And one of the most important was that I wanted to add strategy to the Iowa Democratic Party. I used to be a high school chess coach in Moline, Illinois, in the Quad Cities. And as you can tell from chess and poker, I enjoy strategy. And based on my political activity for the past 10 years per se, I am of the opinion that strategy is lacking in the Iowa Democratic Party. I have seen nothing in the past 2 years which would make me change that opinion. Because of this, I have decided to run for House District 36. I live in a rent-controlled apartment right south of downtown, and that's okay. I'm currently a social worker, and my entire life has been about helping others, helping people. I'm not an individual who craves wealth, and I don't have anything against those who do, but I get the joy in my life by helping others. And as long as where I'm working can go ahead and pay the bills, that's a bonus. So why do I want to run for House District 36? This seat provides the opportunity for the representative to use the people of this district, and I know that sounds bad, but trust me, it'll get better. The blue 75% that voted for Biden provide a shield for the House District representative to go ahead and change the paradigm on the Hill. But you have to have the right candidate. If you have a candidate on the Hill that goes, day-to-day business, doesn't want to change, doesn't want to bring big ideas, nothing's going to change. We talked, Jalen had the opportunity to talk a little bit about our water issues. This district is the convergence of the Des Moines River and the Raccoon River. How often do you hear that nitrates are too high? So now let's talk about strategy. I can tell you right now, the little person here in the average voter doesn't know what nitrates are. We gotta change the paradigm. I can use some union language, I'm not going to, but you can say things to the average voter, that's hog fecal matter in the water. And it sounds bad, but it's the truth. And the people need to hear the truth. You need a representative who is not afraid to tell the truth to the people. And I want to be that representative. That's a paradigm switch. Republicans are really good at using language to attack. I'm going to use their same language to attack them back. We were talking about, Jalen had the opportunity to talk about education. In my opinion, Republicans are the biggest hypocrites on the Hill. They talk about small government and the ability for local government control, and yet they have all the power, and they try to tell different organizations here in Des Moines how to go ahead and run your school systems, what books you can read and what books you can't read. They say government is a problem, and they become elected and become a self-fulfilling prophecy. When do you have Democrats attacking them on that hypocrisy? I will be that Democrat. I will attack them on that hypocrisy every day, twice on days that end in Y. This is an opportunity to change the paradigm. I don't have rich friends. My mom has a 10th grade education. My dad has an 8th grade education. My dad served his country for 8 years. Because of that, I was born in Germany. My first 2 languages were English and Spanish. We moved back to Texas, where my family's from. My generations go back to Texas about 150 years. And this is sad to say, but I literally had the German beaten out of me by the kids in the schoolyard. Because in a little border town, the different person is the person who couldn't speak Spanish. That's how I learned to speak Spanish, getting picked on in the schoolyard. I hate bullies. And Republicans are the biggest bullies on the block. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not a little kid in high school or in grade school anymore. I've grown up. And I can roll with the punches, and I'm ready to throw punches back. Democrats have lost their way. They've forgotten about the little guy. Before I was here, I was at my old union hall, 310 local, because I worked at Bridgestone for 3 years, and I gave a speech there. I have a campaign speech all written out. My campaign manager was kind of sad that I was going to go and shoot from the cuff tonight. But I'm going to leave you with a little bit that I left Local 310. This is my 310 jacket. Very precious to me. It reminds me what the working class goes through every day. 12-hour shifts. These are my work boots from when I worked at Bridgestone Firestone, and I still use them to this day. These boots remember his roots. If I have your support, this is the kind of labor action, activism, and strategy you will get on the Hill every day. Because when actions meet policy, good things change. You can talk to myself, my campaign manager over in the back. I have literature, campaign literature, fresh off the presses. I'm out knocking doors. If you have any questions, I'm open to questions for 2 minutes, 1 minute? 1 minute, sorry guys. Please ask a question.
Reproductive health care. You worked at Planned Parenthood. Reproductive health care. The vanishing right to an abortion.
So, healthcare should be, the abortion conversation should be between the woman, their doctor, end of story. The government, if Republicans are truly the party of small government, that should be a no-brainer, and Democrats should be attacking them on that. Like, I know because I scheduled those appointments. I know it's not something that's taken lightly by a woman. The fact that the Republican Party is using this as a political cudgel is ridiculous, and it's been happening for 50 years. It boggles my mind that there is a segment of the population that wants to go ahead and tell half of the population what they can and cannot do with their bodies. To me, that is ludicrous. I am staunchly supportive of abortion rights. Thank you for your time, everybody.
Thank you.